mic is hooked up, by the way, for the Zoom.
Should be both, one of them at least, one or both.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. What is up, guys? Welcome back to TC Live. I told you we would be coming back. My heart's pumping right now. Like, my adrenaline is just gone.
Yeah, no.
Like, I am sweating bullets over here. But it's not about that, because I'm going to whoop his ass once I'm done here. But today, man, we here with Mr. Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah.
The Bulldog Mean Machine. Shawn, do you know the Georgia Bulldog song, bud?
Not by heart. It's been so many years. I don't even.
Do you know it?
I don't. Do you know it?
I know it.
You're an Alabama fan. What are you doing?
I know the Alabama Rammer Jammer song, and I know the Georgia song too. Pat McAfee taught me it. Hashtag Pat McAfee. You want to do it with me?
Yeah, I guess we could try it. Of course, Sean's got to do it with us.
I mean, I told you. All I know is glory to Georgia, to hell with Georgia Tech. That's the only part I know.
Okay. Well, let's run this back. This is a song I learned off the Pat McAfee show.
You're an Alabama. You're gonna get crucified.
I'm gonna get crucified as an Alabama fan. They're gonna be like, "You're a Georgia Bulldog fan, aren't you?" No, I'm fucking not. All right, you ready?
I can try.
Who's that coming down the track? It's the Mean Machine in the red and black. Ain't nothing finer in the land than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan.
Yeah, Georgia.
Oh, man. But no, man, I've been an Alabama fan for quite a while. I've been there since Gene Stallings was fucking head coach in Alabama.
Damn.
That was a while, bro.
He's that old, Sean. He's that old.
Oh, man.
You need a chiropractor after this?
But today, Caden, Zach, we got a fun one today.
100%. And also, before we get into going Zach, we were talking in the car on the way here. We have a nickname for Tyree, Sniper. What was our nickname for Sean?
Body Bag Ocho.
Body Bag Ocho. Do you know why? Do you know why we gave you that nickname?
Probably from the I mean, I know the first game that I got down there, I got even though it was a penalty, I had that mean blindside block on that guy on Tyree's interception.
Was that the reason why?
Because he'd be putting everyone in body bags. Just be straight killing quarterbacks every game.
Hey, that's been Shawn Mcgee though, man.
I mean, Sean, you were telling me on the phone, like in the 3 games you played, you had 8 sacks.
Yeah, I believe like 7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's what we were talking about.
That's nasty. So I'm curious here, Caden.
Okay.
But actually, anyways, TC, we are joined today with our new co-host again, Zach, and my best friend Caden over here. We are live today with Mr. Georgia Bulldog, Shawn Mcgee. So if you ain't seeing us, we here, I promise. We all here. But Shawn, I want to know, man, run me through your college career in Georgia, man. How was that playing in Athens?
Man, it was an experience of a lifetime, man. I went to school with a lot of guys who had, great NFL careers. I got to play against some of the best guys, and some of the people who are some of the best guys in the league now. Being able to share a locker room with guys like Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Sony Michel, Lorenzo Carter, Leonard Floyd, just being able to share a locker room with those guys, live with some of those guys, and then to turn around and play against guys like, Odell Beckham, Deion Clowney, Saquon Barkley, just, every week you're seeing somebody different, another powerhouse. So, it was definitely a great experience, bro, just, having to be prepared every week. Because, nobody liked Georgia. So, playing Georgia, we were going to get everybody's best every week, regardless of their record, regardless of what conference that they were coming from. Everybody wanted to beat Georgia. So just having that target on your back every week and having to play through that, man, it was a hell of an experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if I heard this correctly, he played with Nick Chubb, Sonny Mitchell. You know who Sonny Mitchell is? He used to play for New England.
Yep.
Trash. But I'm going to dog shit all over New England this year, brother.
No, I can't talk.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
Dallas
like-
Cowboys just lost today, too.
So, Sean, for context, I'm a New England Patriots fan. He's a Dallas
hate that
Cowboy
for you.
fan. Huh?
I hate that for both of y'all. Actually.
I have to get a mullet now because of it.
Oh man.
And Troy over here, he's an Indianapolis Colts fan.
That might be my favorite out of those three. Honestly.
Oh,
Let's go!
I didn't
Yeah, that
even
might
do
be
this
my
podcast.
favorite.
Let's fucking go, man. I mean, Indianapolis absolutely stepped up against that Chicago Bears offense and defense today, and they absolutely destroyed that Chicago offense.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, DeForest Buckner was hurt today, so Leatu Latu stepped up on that strip sack fumble. Man, that's where it's at in Indianapolis. Caleb Williams had no chance going into Lucas Oil Stadium today. But I want to know something. I'm curious.
okay.
Do you want to know it?
What are you asking here?
Who wins next week, Georgia or Alabama?
Is that even a question?
He's so right.
Is that even
Bama's
is
winning.
that even a conversation? Who said that?
Me. Bama's winning.
Not the new guy.
Yeah, the new guy.
Yeah, the new guy.
Sean, listen, I'm with you on this. I think Georgia's
you don't
taking it.
even, bro. I tell you what, let's make I feel a wager. Criminal
Oh. Now, see, I can't make a wager because I already got a wager with Tyree Williams right
I'll
now.
make this wager.
Oh, no.
You're an Ohio
Georgia
State fan, Zach.
You're
I got
already
confidence in Bama.
there.
Okay, I got my confidence in Bama. I know what Bama is.
Okay,
He's gonna
so
tell you to
Georgia
shake
wins.
red bald.
Georgia wins. You have to do the podcast in one of my old jerseys.
Oh! Take that shit!
Take that shit.
I mean,
Hold on,
I
hold on.
can get the jersey.
What does he get if Bama wins?
I don't know shit.
If Alabama beats Georgia next Saturday, Shawn Mcgee has to wear an Alabama shirt for our interview after the game.
That's fair. I'll take it.
Okay.
Let's
Do a
go!
virtual handshake, Zach.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Let's go! Let's fucking
It's
go!
locked
Take
in.
it.
Locked in.
Let's go! I want to see I want to see the Shawn Mcgee jersey from Georgia. I really want to see that jersey. I absolutely do. But Sean, you played so many great teams when you were in Georgia. Who had the toughest stadium that you ever had to travel to?
Sheesh. That's a great question. I'm gonna give 3
Okay.
because I have 3 equal ones. So I'm gonna say going to South Carolina.
Okay.
I don't really know too much about it now, but I know Steve Spurrier in South Carolina. They had Bryce rocking. So I'm gonna say going to South Carolina, going to Tennessee.
Rocky
And
Mountain,
going to
mountaintop, Rocky Top right there. Who's the third one,
Going
bud?
to Auburn. Going to Auburn.
Auburn. Okay, I mean, I can understand Auburn. I'm surprised he didn't say Tuscaloosa because Tuscaloosa gets a little rowdy on some
I
games.
didn't get the opportunity to play at Tuscaloosa while I was at Georgia. The last
Oh, they're all home games.
the only time I got to play Georgia in the regular season, they came to us. That was the year Derrick Henry won Heisman.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that had to be something trying to tackle Mr. Derrick Henry on that field, bud.
That just
That made my heart happy.
that hurt mine.
Well, Sean, I mean, you had an unbelievable Georgia career, man. You know, why not? Because I'm curious. You had an unbelievable Georgia career. Why not follow it up with, NFL scouting combines and stuff, bud?
Well, so after I left school, I ended up getting signed to BC in Canada. So was supposed to go to BC, but COVID shut down the league for that year. So ended up not being able to travel for that. So I kind of just got caught in that COVID wave. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Ever since then, I've been trying to work my way back. You know, using my resume from Georgia for my whole college career, and then just trying to get back outside. You know, XFL. I did the XFL for a year, and then you know, once they joined and turned into the UFL, a lot of those teams didn't make it. So you know, I kind of just got caught in that wave, man. But you know, everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? So it's still the goal to get back outside. So that's something that we're definitely still trying to do.
Awesome. Caden, Zach, take it over, guys, for a second.
Shawn, now I gotta ask. I mean, what was it like transferring from like college football to arena football? Like was there any differences that you do or don't like?
Um, I say the biggest thing getting used to is the ball comes out a lot faster. Decisions are made a lot faster in arena ball. Um, and I see that as, you know, an advantage translating back to the outside game because the outside game's a lot slower. So I'd say that was probably like the main thing, like having to get used to. At the end of the day, football is still football, you know. But I would say the quickness that decisions have to be made and just the overall speed of the game is a lot faster indoor.
Okay.
Absolutely, man. Zach,
And
go
then-
for it, bud.
What made you think like Wheeling is going to be my home for the next 2 seasons?
So last year I started the year off in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I was playing for a team at Iowa. That just turned into a complete shit show. Um, Owners started stealing money from the team. They didn't have money to pay players on time. They ended up getting kicked out of the league because of it. So I ended up asking for my release from there before all that stuff had a chance to hit the fan. I left there like week 3 of the season. Now I was at home for like a month, and then I got a call from Coach Rez, and you know I just told him straight up, just given my experience with what I just went through in Iowa. I just told him I was like, you know, if you just keep it real with me, you know, tell me exactly how it's gonna be, and you know, we talked and I just felt good about it. And, you know, once I got up here like I'm there right now, but once I got up there, just the atmosphere, the people that I got to meet, that's the biggest thing. Cause, you know, yeah, you see them in the stands, but once you like actually get to build a relationship with the different people of the town, it gives you something extra to play for. And just my relationship with the fans and my and just over that short amount of time, I was only up there for um, about a month. So just you know the chemistry that I had with everybody across the board in Wheeling, it just you know was the only place for me. The is going to be the only place for me.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome. I got 2 questions here, real quick, bud. You, bud?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Shawn, if you had to have a motivational speech, if you were having a bad game and you needed a coach to motivate you, who would that coach be? Coach Rez or Coach Mott?
Um, Definitely Coach Mott.
Coach Mott?
Coach Mott, okay.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Coach Rez's speeches they definitely they get you going. Because a lot of times Coach Reza he says the stuff that we're thinking, but he just you know he vocalizes it a lot more. But just you know Coach Mott being the coach that I have to listen to the most, and just again like the relationship that him and I built off the field, um, his speeches definitely hit home a little bit more for me.
Absolutely. Now, you were in Georgia for a while. What is your favorite memory in Georgia.
My favorite memory at Georgia will probably have to be beating LSU at home.
Nice.
Okay.
That's a hard place to play, is an LSU. Absolutely.
No, we
Absolutely.
played them at Sanford Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you were in Athens, Georgia, then, for that game.
Yeah, but that team that they had was loaded.
Yeah, that was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that not the year with Joe Burrow and that entire team?
No, that was Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry,
Oh.
Oh,
That
yeah.
When they were a wide receiver for
Jeremy Hill, Zach Mettenberger, Jamal Adams on defense, Levante David on defense. Yeah, they had a squad, man.
Yeah, LSU that year, they had an arsenal.
They had some dogs.
They had some dogs on that team. So, you like food?
Yeah.
Do you like food?
Depends,
Love
but
food.
yeah.
Okay, I love to eat. Shawn, on your off season, what is your go-to meal for your off season, bud?
Like a cheat meal?
Yeah.
I love Jamaican food, so I have to say like Jamaican food, like oxtails, rice.
Now I want to try some Jamaican food. I've never had
You know,
Jamaican
like
food.
that, like fufu, like the.
If you never had Jamaican food, you definitely got to try it. It'll change your life.
Man, I gotta try me some Jamaican food now. That sounds fucking awesome.
It sounds good. Yeah.
Sounds fucking amazing. All right, so now what is your meal for during the season, bud?
Like before games.
Well, my tradition before games, it really doesn't matter what it is as long as it's breakfast food.
Hey, that sounds fucking delicious.
I gotta
like
eat breakfast food before games.
Love me some breakfast.
That's
Caden,
nice,
man,
bro.
take it over, bud.
You know, little pancakes, little French toast, eggs are
Hash
mandatory.
browns?
Gotta have the hash browns, no matter how they cook.
Okay.
When it comes to breakfast, Waffle House does it better than anybody.
Denny's ever
Oh, the greatest. The greatest. That might be the best thing you said since we've been on here.
Waffle House does it better than anybody when it comes to breakfast. You can get a load of hash brown and
But like
shit.
Denny's at 3 in the morning.
I got food poisoning from Denny's. It's actually in St. Clairsville.
Really?
I
Yeah.
went there like a whole week before like my freshman year. Like we literally went every day at like 3, then like that first school day we went there at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus.
But now,
Yeah, we
Shawn,
used
now
to,
I gotta ask. I mean, let's go back to that. Whenever you guys won the title, what was it like for you in that champagne room?
I'm gonna be real. I knew we won, man. I ordered some snowboarding goggles off of Amazon a week before because I already knew we were gonna have that. I prepared for it before it even happened, but it was a great moment for me, man. Like I said, man, just the way that they welcomed me in, the way that everybody welcomed me in, really, it meant a lot to be able to do that for the fans and for my teammates and just for us to get that done together. So just having that experience, being able to celebrate that, it meant a lot.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
I mean, you know, you got to look at it. It's the emotion that was going into this game. You know, Peach State come in, a little bit of a scrum at the beginning of the game, multiple ejections. The emotions were high. Shawn, how did Coach Mott and Coach Rez keep you guys with that emotion in check, bud?
Um, I think, naturally with it being the championship game, you had like a lot of guys who were nervous or probably a little bit more anxious than normal. But I think the message that we gave all week was just majority of us, we grew up playing this game. We've been playing this game since we were children. So not to make it more than it was and just to go out there and have fun and play loose and, just treat it like you've been there before. And I think going into it with that, it allowed us to keep our composure And that's something that, like you just said, our opponents struggled with, keeping their composure and, keeping all their players in the game and level-headed. I think the message of just staying calm and realizing that it's just a game. But it's not just a game. But at the end of the day, it's just a game. So we just had to treat it as such, and I feel like doing that, it allowed us to play free and just have a good time.
Roll Tide on that one. Roll Tide. But Zach, you got something, bud?
Did anything change in your mind when the benches cleared, like right before no, it was after halftime when everyone started getting ejected? Didn't Max get ejected too?
I know there was multiple ejections. Brentley Allen had been ejected that game.
Yeah, it was like,
there was multiples.
I think it was right after the Flores play.
I can't remember.
It was after I think it was Flores who got like suplexed on his head,
and then Max got kicked out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I don't know how I didn't get kicked out. I headbutted somebody during the game.
I mean, that's just a part of arena football, honestly.
This ain't football no more. This is UFC. Fuck that shit. If you look at it, guys, I mean, in all honesty, the minors are going into the NAL. There's a heavy load right there for the minors. And Shawn, do you feel like with you guys going into the NAL next season, do you guys feel like there's a target on your back right now?
I definitely feel like it's a target on our back from a sense of everybody thinks, they'll say, well, the competition that we played against wasn't as good last year as what we're about to experience now. I feel like it's a target on our back from the standpoint of people thinking like, they're finna just be able to roll over us, or, they're gonna be the ones welcoming us to the league, and we're not gonna have as much success as we had last year. And then for a rude awakening, honestly.
Absolutely.
You
guys got something.
I mean, Shawn, like, what was your fondest memory of you and any player or coach from this last minor season?
Of course, winning the championship game, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, I wasn't there long, man. So I didn't really get a lot of time to really get to know the guys and really spend a lot of time with the guys. But I think my favorite memory is definitely winning the championship and kind of like just sitting back, watching everybody celebrate and taking that all in. That's kind of like a big reason why I decided to come back.
Absolutely. Hey, you know what? I want to know something. Funniest Coach Rez moment.
I know which. I feel like I know.
Shawn, what's your funniest Coach Rez moment, bud?
So my funniest Coach Rez moment, I would say, is the week leading up to the championship game. Mind you, we were off, so Rez is like, he's talking trash to the other team via Facebook, and we're just sending it to each other in the group message, and we're like, yo, do y'all see how Coach Rez is talking right now? And it's like, it got us a little amped, because it's like, man, for him to have that much confidence in us to talk like that, and it's just getting us pumped up, getting us fired up. And then Rez, he's gonna talk his stuff, man. So just seeing the people's responses to him, and just how locked in and how ready he was for the game. A lot of people may not have understood, where he was coming from with that, but he was just ready. He was just locked in, ready to get that ring, and that just made us want to go that much harder for him.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Coach Rez is just one of those guys that you don't want to piss off.
Fuck no. Coach Rez will knock your ass up. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I want to see what this new offensive coordinator is going to do in Wheeling this year. Shawn Mcgee. I heard
I love him. So I had Coach Iota, he coached when I played in the band control football league. He was the offensive coordinator when I played in that, and some of the plays that he was able to draw up, and just studying his resume and watching, some of the old teams that he's coached, man, Coach Iota is one of the best offensive coordinators in the business. So, Coach Rez going out and getting Coach Iota definitely gives us a big advantage that I don't think a lot of teams are going to be prepared for.
Absolutely. How do you prepare for a coach like that? Like, it's not easy at all.
Exactly. Shawn, now, who's your favorite new signee that you're excited to play with?
New signee, so it can't be a returning player.
No, it can't be a returning
Oh,
player.
hey, it could be anybody. Let it be anybody.
Well, let's make that two separate questions.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'll go with that.
Who's your favorite returning player that you're excited to play with, and who's like a new player that just signed that you're excited to play with?
New player that I'm excited to play with, I'll probably have to say Brandon, the D lineman. After I saw that we signed him, obviously, the guy has to be a baller. He won the MVP in the league that he just came from. So just going back and, doing my homework on him, seeing the type of player that he is. And, when you see a guy that has like a motor like that and makes the type of plays that he makes naturally, you can't help but be excited. It's going to make my job a lot easier. It's going to make our defense's job a lot easier. So definitely excited to have him.
Absolutely.
Now, who's your favorite returning play? Like, who are you most excited to play with that's returning?
So this one I'm gonna have to do like when y'all asked me what was the toughest stadium, I got to give more than one answer.
That's fine.
Because so my three that I'm excited about returning is Tyree Williams, Dante Mason,
Okay.
and Jarve Flowers.
Absolutely.
I mean, all three of those are dogs.
Yeah, those are my boys, my dogs.
And then you got the great white shark of wide receivers out there. Fucking Pete Safriedi's on the offense, man. Devontae, what is it? Devontae Tinsley, yeah. So, absolutely. I think this Willie Miners team is an absolute fucking stud. These guys are absolute dogs right now.
We have an upset.
We have an upset.
The Rams beat the 49ers.
Wait, what?
The Rams just beat the 49ers.
Holy shit. So I need to see this real quick because I got live scores real quick. Shawn, you ready for some stuff, bud?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, man. Final out of Dallas right now, 28-25 Ravens over the Cowboys. Boy, the Cowboys picked it up at the end there, bud.
They did.
I'm going to have to get the mullet now.
I'm a Ravens fan, so that's good. That's a good deal.
Final out of Arizona, Lions 20, Cardinals 13.
Okay.
Out of LA right now, 49ers 24, Rams 27. The Rams pull off the win.
No Puka either.
Yeah, no Puka Nakua either. So I got some fun stuff. Shawn, you want to have some fun with me for a minute, bud?
Let's do it, man.
Let's run it back, buddy. Let's do this shit. I need college football here real fast.
We're going to do some college football predictions.
There it is. All right. So we got week 5. We're going to have some fun with some college football predictions. You guys ready?
Yeah.
You guys got to do this with us. So here we go. Friday night, the Virginia Tech Hokies travel to Miami, Florida to take on the Hurricanes. Who do you got?
Miami.
Miami?
Hands down.
Miami hands down. I'll take the Hurricanes in Miami on that one. Here's one for you. In Ole Miss, Kentucky Wildcats travel to the Ole Miss Rebels. 2-2 Kentucky, 4-0 Ole Miss. Number 6 ranked Ole Miss. Who do you got?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss?
Ole Miss at
Ole
home.
Miss.
I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna say Kentucky gives them their first loss.
I'm going to go with Shawn on this one. Kentucky gives them the first loss. Now, look, I'm not going to sit here and bash on Georgia by any means. I do hate and despise the Georgia Bulldogs. But Kentucky almost had Georgia's ass in Kentucky.
Kentucky is a real tough place to play in as well.
Exactly. So I lost it.
I was gonna say they're more of a basketball school, in my opinion.
Kentucky and Duke are more basketball.
I mean, it's just one of those games, man. You know, in the SEC, it's liable to be anyone's week.
This is true.
Sometimes, so.
At noon in Ann Arbor, Michigan, the Minnesota Golden Gophers take on the Michigan Wolverines. Who wins it?
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
Michigan? Okay. All right, here we go. 3:30 on Saturday, the Wisconsin Badgers travel to Southern California to take on the Trojans of USC. Who wins it?
USC.
USC.
USC?
No.
You gonna go Wisconsin?
Wisconsin over USC.
Oh my God! All right,
What about you, Troy?
I'm gonna go the Trojans of USC over Wisconsin on that one, bud. The starting QB for Wisconsin's hurt right now.
Yeah.
Tyler Van Dyke. So, and Alabama helped on that one a lot.
You guys put a hit on him or something.
Yeah, we laid the pipe on his ass. In Football Jesus Stadium in Notre Dame, the Louisville Cardinals travel to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Who do you got?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame? Louisville?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame? I'm going to go the Irish. Football Jesus. All right, here we go. 3-1 Oklahoma travels to War Eagle Stadium to take on the Auburn Tigers. Who do you guys got?
I'll say Auburn.
Auburn.
I'm taking Oklahoma. Sean, who do you got, bud?
I'm going Auburn. Maybe if they weren't playing at Auburn.
Okay. Now, here's a fun one. This is for you here, buddy. The Ohio State Buckeyes travel to Michigan State to take on the 3-1 Spartans. 3-0 Buckeyes, 3-1 Spartans. Who do you got?
Ohio State.
I'm sorry, Ohio State.
Ohio State, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
You say Michigan?
I'm going to go to Ohio State.
Okay.
Now, here we go.
Okay.
You guys ready for this? Now, I want to see who is closer in the picks. Are you ready for this one?
Okay.
7:30 on ABC, the Georgia Bulldogs travel to Tuscaloosa, Alabama to take on the number 4 ranked team in the nation, the Alabama Crimson Tide. What is your team and what is your final score for this game?
Okay. I'll say Georgia over Bama.
Okay.
31-24.
Okay, so you're talking a touchdown.
Yeah.
Okay. Zach, what do you got, bud?
I think Bama's winning, and it's going to be.
Oh my gosh.
I have to. I think Bama's going to win by a field goal.
You don't have to. You literally don't have to.
You don't have to.
You're not even an Alabama fan. Like, what are you doing?
All right, Troy.
I am going to take the Alabama Crimson Tide because, Sean already knows I'm going to take the Crimson Tide on this one. I'm going to say Bama 27, Georgia 24.
Okay, so a field goal.
Yep.
You know what? I'm cool with that because you were at least respectful enough to make it in a field goal. So
I
that's
said a
cool.
field goal.
You did say a field goal.
But you're not an Alabama fan.
This is true.
Anyone who's not an Alabama fan usually hates Bama.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you doing?
Like, what are you doing?
Now we
I
have
don't like Georgia.
we have another one for this one. You ready? Now both teams are undefeated. One of them just came off a big win against Nebraska last week.
The Cornhuskers.
The Illinois Fighting Illini traveled to Penn State University. Who's winning that one?
Penn State.
He wants to say Penn State.
I'm going to Illinois, even though Penn State is a
Just
tough
because
place
you
to
said
play.
Penn State, he's going Illinois.
Wow.
Nah, I watched that game.
No.
What was it, last week or this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they impressed me. We'll see. Somebody got to get an upset.
Somebody got to win. Yeah, okay. I think that's really all we really have except for the nightcap.
There's one more game.
Which one?
Saturday. No one cares about Ohio.
Yeah, your schedule's not on here, bud. Go fuck yourself.
Saturday.
No one cares about the University of Ohio.
Now, if you look at it, like I called this Alabama-Georgia game, and the only reason I'm calling it the way it is to be a close game, Georgia has a very high-powered offense.
Yeah.
They really do. And the same way goes for Alabama. Both coaches are very well known. Kalen DeBoer in Alabama, he's no Nick Saban by any means necessary. And the day that Kalen DeBoer gets that through his head, he'll be the perfect coach in Alabama. He really will be. But he needs to understand he is no Nick Saban by any means necessary. The head coach in Georgia, Kirby Smart, he learned from Nick Saban. And he is the best damn coach in the SEC right now. Kirby Smart knows how to handle these Bulldogs. He really does. I honestly say, and I'm calling this game, if Alabama doesn't win, it ain't going to be by much. It really won't be. Both teams are going to fight it out in this game. There's going to be some fights. I can already tell you. There's going to be some fights on this field. If Alabama wins, it's by 3 points. No more, no less.
My thing's a touchdown.
Like, I think, because I like that QB in Georgia, Carson Beck, and I love that running back, ETN, as well. They're both really fucking good. But I think Alabama's offense with Jalen Milroe and a lot of these running backs with Alabama, especially us having a 17-year-old wide receiver, I think it's going to be a little surreal once he gets popped by one of those Georgia DBs for once. And I think that kid's going to wake up and understand, I'm in a dogfight now. So,
Well, he's been good off the line so far.
yeah, he really
When
has.
he's been getting jammed at the line, he has been able to get off.
That's why I'm saying I think this game is a true test for both teams this week.
Yep.
I really do. I think it's a true test for Georgia and Alabama. Who is going to be the top dog? I say it's Alabama. This is Georgia.
I can't wait to get back on this call after this game.
Listen, if I gotta wear the jersey, you gotta sign it for me.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
Right. Look, so here's what we're going to do, Sean, because it's Saturday night, 7:30 Saturday night. You guys, if you would like, you're more than welcome to come to the house and watch the game with me. I would love it. But 7:30 Saturday night, because the next day we have the podcast, and it's going to be all over the podcast.
Yeah.
Mr. Shawn Mcgee, the day we do the podcast, I want this to be live. And I want Shawn Mcgee with us live on the podcast the day we do that.
An Alabama shirt.
If y'all win, I will go to the store and buy an Alabama shirt just to wear on the podcast.
Now,
A deal's a deal.
that's a big if, though, right?
A big if. Capital IF.
Look, I already have a bet with Tyree Williams that if Auburn beats Alabama this year, I have to wear an Auburn shirt on the podcast. If Alabama wins, I have to buy Tyree Williams an Alabama shirt.
You're gonna be sick. You have to wear
Imagine
an
if you guys
Auburn
go
shirt.
0-2 in bets.
Oh my God.
If you have to wear an Auburn shirt, you're gonna be sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna get crucified as an Alabama fan.
You're just gonna be a Ball State fan from now on.
Yeah, absolutely. Or I could be an Ohio Bobcats fan and not win shit.
I think about to say Ohio State.
Now, Sean, these two don't care, but I'm gonna ask you: who do you think is gonna win, Ohio University or Akron?
I'm gonna say the Bobcats.
Yes.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Christ
Fuck.
I'm gonna say the
you.
Bobcats. I'm gonna say the Bobcats.
Hey,
Yes,
Zach,
sir.
I'm going to tell you in about 3 seconds to lean over, and I'm going to smack the shit out of your brother here in a second, bud. Hit him. I love having fun. This is the most excited and adrenaline-filled I've been in quite a long time. And it's been nice.
Mainly because of Matt.
Yeah, especially it's because of Madden. Got my best friend with me right here. Welcome back to you guys. TC Live here. We are here with my new co-host today, Zach, and then my best friend Caden. We are live with Mr. Georgia Bulldog, Shawn Mcgee, today. And I can't be any more excited right now.
Yep.
I got the man of Georgia with us here on the podcast. And Sean, I got to know, there's 15 teams now in the NAL. I think 2 are still waiting to be announced.
Yeah.
There's 15 teams right now. Who is the team that you want to face the most this season?
Hands down, Carolina Cobras.
Hands down.
Is there any reason? Is there any reason that you're able to give us?
It's personal, man. So just to give you a little bit of background, before I signed with Willen, I was, reaching out to teams, trying to get signed, and I reached out to the head coach of Carolina, and he basically told me that I wasn't good enough for him to offer me a contract to play for his team.
Oh.
How do you look at Shawn Mcgee and go, he is not good enough? I would have slapped that coach in his shit.
And then he happened to come to the conference championship game when we made the announcement. And then after the game, he tried to be all nice and shit. I'm like, nah, bro. Remember what you said. And, they just hired their offensive coordinator was the head coach of the team that I played for in Iowa. So it's like, damn, y'all just making a whole bunch of moves to give me extra motivation. So, yeah, it might be a little hard to control me that week.
Absolutely. If you look at Shawn Mcgee and you look at any of these defensive players with the Willie Miners, these guys are fucking studs.
No, like
these guys are studs
I
right now.
I cannot wait for this Carolina game. It is going to be sold out, and we're like.
I expected Shawn to say Harrisburg. That's what I was expecting.
See, that's what Joel said.
I played against the team that I played for Iowa was in the same league as Harrisburg last year, so we had an opportunity to play them last year. But no, Carolina for sure.
I don't blame him.
Absolutely.
So Shawn, I want to take you back. Okay, so we talked about this on the phone the other day. Do you remember the day of the coaches show? Where I had first introduced myself to you, Tyree, and I forget who else was there. Do you remember the conversation we had?
Which one?
At Quaker? No, it was at Generations.
Generation. Which one? Give me a quick refresher.
Okay, so it was the one where we were talking about the greatest NBA team of all time.
Oh yeah. And I think you said what did we say? We said 3-peat Lakers.
The 2014 Spurs.
Yeah, but them Spurs, man. Them Spurs. I couldn't stand the Spurs. The Spurs are like the Patriots of the NBA.
Especially now with Victor.
Yeah.
No, but that Spurs team, like Tony Parker, Ginobili,
Kawhi, Tim Duncan.
The worst.
We argued this the other day. Who was with us? Was it Tyree? That was Tyree with it? Was
it
Tyree?
Joel. It was Joel.
Was it Joel that was with us?
Yeah, he laughed in your face.
I can definitely argue this for a second. I really could. Now, Shawn, bear with me when I say this, bud. You guys were talking about the greatest teams, right? Yeah. We said the 3-peat Lakers, Kobe, Shaq, Robert Horry, all of them.
Yeah.
We also have the 2014 Spurs.
Yeah.
We could also look at the 2016 Miami Heat, with Ray Allen, Chris Bosh, Chris Anderson, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade.
That was 2013.
That was 13.
Oh, was it 2013?
Yeah.
Okay. But also, we could also look at the early 2000 Indiana Pacers as well, bud.
Okay.
With Reggie Miller, Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Rick Smith, the big Dutchman in the middle, and then you had Mark Jackson at point guard with Jalen Rose. I mean, it couldn't match up against the 3-peat Lakers at that point or the Big Diesel, but hey, I mean, it's still a great team era of that era.
Yeah.
So I would have to say, for the 2014 Spurs, I would have to say it'd be the 2013 Miami Heat on that one.
Yeah.
I think you got to put, even though they all weren't who they are now, you got to put that that OKC team on there as well, even though they blew a
2013 or
3-1 lead.
2014 Thunder.
Yeah, even though they blew a 3-1 lead, you can't really talk about that, but you got to put them on there too.
Well, who did you have in OKC? You had what? Durant, Westbrook,
James Harden,
Steven Adams, Serge Ibaka.
Serge Ibaka.
Yeah.
See, a team that I would put on there would be the 2018 Sixers. Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Markel Fultz.
Greatest of all time.
Ben
No, I
Simmons
mean
is
like the greatest lineups. Like think about it.
Ben
That team
Simmons.
peaked at where they were. If they had Miami Jimmy, like 2023 Joel Embiid MVP, they would have
Ben
won.
Simmons.
Oh, rookie Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is the biggest bust there.
Ben Simmons is a bust.
He is. He truly
Hey,
is.
y'all might see that Nets workout video though.
I'm so sick of the Ben Simmons hype, dude.
Now look, if we also wanted to have a talk about the greatest lineup, I would have to go with what he said, the Boston Celtics as well.
Which year? 2024?
I'm not sure, but I would go the era of Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen. That's a lineup right there. That's a fierce lineup.
Perkins.
Kendrick Perkins with that too.
You see, I know something about Sean. I don't think you guys know. Sean, you're a big Kobe fan.
Oh yeah.
I'm a huge Kobe fan.
No, like that's where he gets like. Besides, like, there's like some personal stuff with number 8.
Yeah,
but
it's
Kobe
like
was
my
another reason.
whole. It's like my whole existence right there. The Bean, Kobe Bean.
Yes.
For
That
sure.
is his GOAT. This is the first time that someone hasn't agreed with me that LeBron is the GOAT.
Because in this era, LeBron is the GOAT, but in the past, LeBron is not the fucking GOAT. He's not. It is
Don't piss me
Kobe
off.
fucking Bryant.
I really thought you were about to say MJ. I was about to walk off.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
that's why I said. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but I just said don't piss me off.
I'll grab you through the screen.
Look,
I for
I
sure
have
thought
to
he
call.
was
I have
gonna
to
say
call it
Kobe.
clearly. I really do. If you look at the comparison between LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, if LeBron James played in the era of the Kobe Bryant era when he was with the early 2000 Lakers, LeBron would not stand a chance on that. That is a nasty Lakers team that sits there in LA. He really does. And the day Kobe died, I cried every bit of my eyes out that day. I didn't want to see nobody. I just wanted to see Kobe Bryant come walking up to LA Arena one day. That was what I was hoping for. I thought this was a death hoax. I'm not going to lie to you. I really did.
No, I remember where I was when that happened. I didn't believe it. It was definitely emotional. It was an emotional day for a lot of us. I think any athlete that plays any type of sport in this era, is definitely, it was an emotional day for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
For
Dave,
sure.
you got anything else, Bubba?
I mean, no, I mean, Sean, let's go back to football for a second. I mean, like, what is the worst, like, pregame ritual that you've seen? It does not have to be in an arena. It could be in college. It could be in high school. Anything.
The worst one I've seen.
Like, let's say like someone puts like chalk.
Okay,
in their
well, put
shorts
it
or
this
something.
way. Okay, so I had a dude on my team in high school who he had like a shirt that he didn't wash for like the whole season.
Really?
I thought he was about to say something like Lamar Odom shit.
And that was like the shirt that he wore under his pads every game. He didn't wear it to practice, he only wore it to game.
We had that little bit of a tradition when we were in high school. If we kept winning, we didn't wash our jerseys that week.
You see, you guys have the weird traditions. We just have if we make it to a certain part, we dye our hairs blonde.
Really?
Yeah. Every kid will dye their hair blonde.
That'd be something to see.
I'm pretty sure Central also does that.
Really? Go ahead, bud. Go ahead. Got anything else?
No.
You
Caden
good?
kind of took mine.
Caden got it took yours. Caden, you got
You
anything
have
else?
anything?
All I want to say is I'm excited right now. I got a chance to meet Mr. Georgia Bulldog, Shawn Mcgee, today. I can't wait for the NAL next year, man. This is going to be huge, especially getting my media passes for next year, bud. I'm going to be ecstatic, bro. I'm going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait to meet up with these guys in the training camp when it comes in February. I'm going to be super stoked to be out there giving hugs out, shaking hands, fucking bragging down on Georgia every single time from this point on.
If you do that, he might slap you.
He might. He just might. That'd be my
You're
spirit.
forgetting you're on a Zoom call right now.
You're forgetting, Troy. I work merchandise. I can't help you.
But we have to set up a time Sunday afternoon for the podcast because our podcast starts at 4:30.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that after.
I gotta go find a jersey.
But you might want to look one up, bud. But Shawn, you got anything for us, bud?
No, man. I appreciate you guys having me on the show for sure, man. And I'm about to go plug this PlayStation up right now. I don't want you to think you're getting out of that ass whooping tonight, man.
Absolutely, bro. I will light it up with you, buddy. I have no problems with that, bud.
But Shawn, before we let you go, I gotta ask you: do you have anything you want to shout out? Friends, family, social media, anything like that?
Yeah, man. Well, definitely shout out my family and everything, man. Shout out to you guys again for having me on the show. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter at McGee_Ocho. On all platforms. So yeah, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, because we got our own Instagram now for the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, all we ask, Shawn, is if you can, just check us out on YouTube, bud. The video will be up sometime tonight, if able to. But
for sure.
Just the YouTube channel is TC Live Podcast, and that's all it is, bud.
Yep.
All right, man. I'll definitely check it out for sure.
$47.95.
I'm trying not to, bro. But I had fun. I had a blast. It's been an absolute joy. And we're talking to one of the biggest studs in the NAL right now with Shawn Mcgee right now. But hey, TC Live, I want to please give a warm send-off and a great, huge thank you to Mr. Georgia Bulldog, Shawn Mcgee, for joining us today on the show. I had an absolute joy. He looks like he had an absolute blast. My adrenaline's finally coming down a little bit until I walk. But TC Live, please welcome and send a nice send-off for us to Mr. Shawn Mcgee for joining us today. Shawn, thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
And I'm done. You're done. He's done. She's done. I'm out. This is TC Live, and we are out. We love you guys.